Welcome to the Mercedes Sprinter van. I'm just going to take you through a tour and show you inside. Here we have the side door, opens up nice and airy. Come inside, you can stand up, it's nice and tall. So we've got our kitchen area over here, nice big sink, a fridge, plenty of storage. The drawers here are magnetic, so when you're driving they don't open up, which is what we don't want. We have the electric panel over here, batteries and everything to make the van functional. Over here is the electric panel. So we've got the water pump, switch that on when you need the water, turn it off when you're not using it. The LED strip for the lights that bring really good light at night times when it's really dark outside. And then we've also got the battery here as well. It lets you know how much battery you've got left. Here we've got the toilet. So you take that out, pull this out. A little bit of a tight space. Here's the toilet. This is the bed area. It's actually a queen size bed. So this pulls out like that and brings extra space. You've got an extra cushion that you put at the end as well. Got lights at the back, speakers at the back. Here is the front cabby where we sit, very spacious, seat side slide back. It's automatic as well, very easy to drive. Got a little curtain here for a bit more privacy at night time. Pull that across to block out the light. Got window covers, magnetic, really easy to use. Above is a fan, opens up and you can have different speeds. We'll come outside. Extra table here if you wanting to enjoy dinner outside. Come around the back. The back doors open up, which is lovely for like mornings. This van is specifically for mountain biking. The owners love to do that, so they can fit their bikes in here, which is why the bed is so high. We've also got these blackout cushion covers for the windows. You can see right out and enjoy the view. Here you have the hose for showering or washing down the vehicle if you're in dirty areas. Then the water tank's at the side of the vehicle. So you put the key in, take that off, fill up the water, put the hose in. There is no way of knowing when the tank's actually full. It overflows. So underneath is a 55-litre water tank, and you've also got your grey water tank. So there's a lever just under the vehicle. You press the lever and dispose of the water. I think that's it for the van tour. This is where we parked last night. So I can hear the waves crashing on the shore from the van. So let's just take a look at the beach. Wow, that is gorgeous. No one's here as well. The whole place to myself. Ben's still sleeping. I've persuaded Ben to jump in the ocean with me. How exciting is that?
That's so exciting. That was chilly and refreshing. Now we're going to head down to the caravan site and have a warm shower. Wash all the salt off.
Before we head for our shower, we're going to chuck the bed in the laundrette that we've just noticed driving past, because it has coffee all on it. So we went to a caravan park to ask them if we could use their shower and pay for it, and they said that not during the busy period, otherwise they usually would. So we found an outside shower. Actually feels really nice. I'm a bit of a clean freak, so for me, for not to wash for like, was it 2 days?
Yeah, the hair.
This feels really nice.
My hair was like by far the greasiest it's been in a while, and it's so grim. So Amber's made me like her, mate. She's turned me into like a bit of a clean freak.
Hollow Bay Beach. It is absolutely gorgeous. We've just stopped here for a quick little look before we head out in the van. You've got this like magical mountain greenery scenery that kind of looks a bit like Scotland in the Lake District back in the UK, and then pure blue sea right there. Bob the builder is attempting to fix our leak by tightening the clamps. Hopefully this works. We'll find out when we fill up the water tank later. Do you reckon you did it?
Of course I am, darling.
But right now we're actually driving through the Torquay National Park. There's just massive trees everywhere, like viewing points that you can pull over for and take in the scenery. As we were just driving through the Great Otway National Park, we've noticed that this must have been where the bushfires were, because all the trees are like, they're grey and have no like leaves on them.
You can see that, like, I was actually saying how beautiful it looked because they look like white trees, and then Amber realised that they're probably quite
From the
sad.
bushfire, yeah.
Yeah. So it's mad to drive through here, like, considering what happened, but it looks like it's growing back quite well, quite quick.
Yeah.
So hopefully all the wildlife and that all comes back and it's back to normal.
Sunset looks amazing. This is our spot for tonight. It's so stunning. I can't wait to wake up here, have coffee together. It is like super remote, and we are parked on the bend, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I was just saying to Ben, what if someone like crashes into us if they're driving like really fast in the middle of the night and we like topple over and go like over the hill. So now we're just gonna make some dinner, set our little chair up outside, watch the stars.
So what's on the menu tonight then, babes?
We are having sweet potato mash with the pies that we brought earlier in Apollo Bay with some gravy. Best place I've ever made dinner.
Yeah. One thing that we didn't actually think about that's very difficult in the van is changing the bedding. Amber's decided to choose a tactic of going inside of the duvet.
Ben was getting really frustrated because the duvet's actually twisted on the inside and he's getting really impatient, so our roles have swapped. I want bed duties on dinner.
Yeah, I'm doing the sweet potato now. My skills are not very good in the old bedroom department, mate.
We know.
The next morning, this is where we woke up in our van. We had this all to ourselves. The sun was shining and the sound of the waves crashing on the shoreline.
Morning. We've woken up in this beautiful remote location. We didn't wake up for sunrise, unfortunately, because we're going to bed later when living in a van than we would at home for some reason, I think, just because everything's taken us a seriously long time. So we're just going to enjoy some coffees with a view and then head down for the walk at the lighthouse.
The sun is out today and we feel like we need to get in the spirit of proper van life in, with an outdoor shower, with a hose.
I'm actually really enjoying this. There's no way better than showering outside in nature. I think I've always been a nature person, to tell you the truth. Ben and I are choosing to do the free walk. It's a 20-minute return and you get to see the lighthouse, where you got the other option to actually pay $20 each. You can go right up to the lighthouse, you can even walk around it, and there's a cafe there, and if you love lighthouses you can even stay on the grounds.
We are back on the road. We're about to visit the 12 Apostles. Although what we've heard is there's only 11, then we've heard there's 4. Apparently, like, over time the Apostles have just eroded, so we'll see how many there are when we get there. Hopefully there's a couple. So Something that me and Amber have both been surprised about is how much there is to do on the Great Ocean Road. Like, it's not just a coastal road along the ocean that we thought it was going to be. Like, it comes inland, you have forest, you see like wildlife such as cows, sheep, and there's waterfalls. There's loads to do here. The 12 Apostles!
Here we come! Ben's just done a smelly fart in the van. So now there's only 8 apostles left. There was 12 at the start, but the others have been eroded away. There's an option to take the helicopter ride if you want a bird's eye view of the apostles. And it is a shame that you can't actually get in the sea right down the bottom there. There's no steps that go down because we would love to get in right now. Well, that was a beautiful sight and it was free. We got to see it at sunset as well, which we'll recommend. It's very beautiful. The sun sets just to the left of it. And it's not as busy at sunset either, is it? In my head.
It was nice. Right. So just to the left of the 12 Apostles is a path. It takes roughly between 30 minutes and an hour. Goes head down to Gibson's Beach. Back on the road, and we're off to our last stop of the day, which is the Lockhart George. After that, we're going to find a nice little place to tuck in for the night, have a little barbecue.
And it's our last night, sadly. We are super gutted. We wish we could just keep this van, but unfortunately it's back to work for us.
Oh.
Travels are over for the time being.
For the time being.
Unfortunately, we can't go down to the beach area because they've closed it off due to unstable rock movement. And I was really hoping we could get in the sea because we wasn't able to get in the other beach. There was a sign for strong currents. We have to view it from just up here, I guess. After filling up our water tank at a camping site and finding somewhere to stay with a good view for morning coffee, we're just about to have our barbecue outside in Port Campbell where we're staying for the night. It's a lit barbecue in a park and there's barbecues all around Australia. You just have to put it into your maps and it will find your nearest barbecue for you.
This looks lovely, don't it? Private little kitchen. What you got going on here then, gorgeous?
We have our veggie barbecue, so we have some goujons, some vegetables, corn on the cob, salad, dips, and we are being spoiled actually, because we have running water, a tap by a barbecue. And I've been to a fair few barbecues in Australia and I've not seen a tap next to the barbecue. It's just so convenient, and it's not that I'm wasting water, but it's nice not to have to be like, oh my gosh, turn it off in the van. Do you know what I mean? How lovely is this like barbecue area?
When I was walking up, I was thinking it looks well nice. Like.
Really nice, isn't it? How good does that look? I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. We are very sad because it's our last few hours of van life and we don't want it to end, to be honest. We've really enjoyed it, haven't we?
Yeah, I could easily do this for like a couple months, I reckon. It's such a nice way to live.
Yeah, it's been lovely, like just waking up with all these different locations, and we were just saying earlier that we feel like much happier. Like you wake up in nature and like we've felt more in touch with nature. You can't not. Like when you live in a city, like we're living in Sydney at the minute, like it's a beautiful city, but we're not right in the nature.
It's very easy to get caught up in that life, like in the city. Like we're going back to work next week, and I know in like a week I'll be back in the system of like work routine and all that. But
I think the next thing for us is thinking, how can we get a van or bus? Because there's something we've actually wanted for a while, but we've just not really done it, to be honest. Last night we stayed at Paddy's Lookout in the car park. We did park the van on a bit of a slope, so you definitely feel the slope when you're sleeping.
It was a slope like with our feet down.
And we're just going to take a look at the Paddy's Lookout and then head down to the beach. So our van has just been parked there overnight, and the viewing point is literally like a 10-second walk. Here it is.
We're about to go and enjoy some breakfast down the beach. It's a tad unusual walking down the road with 2 plates of food, but that's what you've got to do to get to the viewing points.
So we cooked in the car park, again on a slope, a little bit difficult. The food was all like rolling down.
Yeah, loads of flies, but when we sit down it will be worth it.
Yeah. How beautiful is Port Campbell Beach? It's this little stretch of beach and the water's crystal clear and so calm.
So our last little bit of enjoyment before we go head on a 3-hour road trip back to Melbourne, say goodbye to the van and go back to our city life. But we've loved it.
Should we get him? Yeah! Yeah!
Just to the left of the top apocalypse.
Sitting on dollar.
Sitting on a dollar.
Like world countries. But
You
yeah,
can visit different planets if you want. Like, there's this great website called Spaceships Go. Like,
shut up.
and you visit Mars and that. Beautiful, man. We are thinking of going Uranus next.
Very funny.
So.
How nice is Port Melbourne? Port Melbourne.